I have a very strange setup here on my balcony. My hotel balcony has a rotating door on it. It's not a door that opens, it's a door that just rotates. And so getting in and out is really strange, actually. Listen, thanks for watching. I just wanted to give you a quick update, live update of what's going on here in Israel. I have been here since last night. And today, I downloaded an app on my phone that will alert me when there are incoming rockets coming in anywhere in Israel. And that today, starting, I don't know, probably about 11 o'clock this morning, that thing started going off and has been almost every other second, just every few seconds, I get an alert or an alarm that there are incoming rockets, there are attacks from the north and from the south, from Gaza. Things are definitely still pretty sporting here in Jerusalem. Here in Israel. Here in Jerusalem, there's not much going on. There's not a lot of traffic. Most of the stores are closed. People are staying home, and that's for good reason. I haven't had any like rocket attacks or air raid sirens or anything like that going on here in Jerusalem since I've been here today. But there has been a lot of rockets and stuff in the south still. So I am hearing rumors that there are ground troops from the Israeli Defense Forces that are already entering Gaza, probably in what you would call shaping operations. Those shaping operations are designed to shape the battlefield for a larger assault that will take place sometime in the next few days. Probably between the 15th and the 18th, I would guess. And here's the term you need to think about. What we're seeing is brinksmanship. Brinksmanship is taking place on both sides, the Israelis and the Arabs, not just Hezbollah, not just Hamas, not just Iran, but all of the players in this conflict are engaging in this, taking it right up to the line, using their rhetoric to say, listen, if you do this, it's going to be really bad for you because we're going to do that. And we'll see it's like a big game of chicken. A lot of people's lives on the line here. The Israelis struck more than 750 targets just last night, 750 targets in Gaza. So they are going full send on the Hezbollah targets on the Hamas targets that they identify within the Gaza Strip. They have distributed leaflets and flyers, and they have a whole unit who's doing nothing but making phone calls to people inside Gaza and telling them, get out of the area that you're in because we're about to bomb it. Hamas, on the other hand, is telling people it's all misinformation, stay where you are, you cannot leave, because Hamas wants lots of bodies to be able to try to sway public opinion. And this just goes to show what my friend Michael Yon always says, that all war is information war, and the information battle space is the primary battle space in any war these days. We're not talking about the kinetic battle space so much. What we're talking about is information warfare. So the propaganda that's being put out, unfortunately, I think that Israel doesn't have to make a lot of stuff up, because they have plenty of proof that what Hamas did on the 7th, just almost a week ago, was absolutely horrific. It was barbaric, and they have every right to defend themselves, and they are making good on that right. They are calling up, now they're talking about adding 300,000 reservists to the 159 or so thousand soldiers they already had on duty. So you're talking about approaching 500,000 people under arms here in Israel, and that may continue to go up, especially if they get into a second front on the north. What concerns me most is that Hamas's leadership is not going to face reprisals in the Gaza Strip, because Hamas's leadership moved to Lebanon years ago, and they've been living in luxury, in comfort and safety relatively in Beirut, but they've been directing their fighters in Gaza, where it's absolutely hellish to live there, especially now as Gaza has no electricity, no running water, and no food getting in there from their only source from the north, which is Israel. Now, Egypt has allowed a lot of products to move into Gaza from the south, and they may still be allowing that to happen. I know that Hamas taxes everything that moves into Gaza, the Gaza Strip, from Egypt, to the tune of, they've been collecting about $12 million a month in taxes on those products that are moving into the Gaza Strip. That represents about 25% of their total receipts, of the amount of money that Hamas brings in. Hamas, 75% of what Hamas makes comes from donations, so to speak, from Iran and from other organizations, pro-Palestinian organizations around the world. And their total budget is somewhere between $500 million and $1 billion a year. About 20% of that at least goes to their military activities, or quasi-military activities, like digging tunnels and things like that. When Israel goes into the Gaza Strip, it is going to be one heck of a fight, because they sent 1,000 or 1,500 terrorists into Israel, but they have 25 to 30,000 terrorists that are still in the Gaza Strip, and those people are preparing for all-out war. They have been preparing for this for years. They have up to 300 miles of tunnels dug underneath the Gaza Strip. Now, you understand the Gaza Strip is only 25 miles long and about 5 miles wide, and yet they've got 300 miles of tunnels in the Gaza Strip, some of them as deep as 130 feet underground. So this would be very, very, very costly, very difficult to root those terrorists out and all the people that are hiding under those tunnels. They've got stockpiles of thousands of missiles and things like that, and rockets. You know, the UN paid for them to replace their water system in the Gaza Strip some years ago, and put in all new pipes for a new water system inside the Gaza Strip so that people could have clean, fresh water. And you know what Hamas did? They dug up all those water pipes, cut them up, and made missiles out of them, made rockets out of them, and made a video about it, bragging about how they had done so. And so a lot of the rockets that are being fired into Israel come from money that was paid to the United Nations, that the UN spent to replace the water system. And you know where that money comes from? That in the UN's budget, 28% of the UN's budget comes from the United States taxpayer. So U.S. taxpayer dollars are being spent to attack Israel, and are being spent to attack Hamas by Israel. The United States has ships offshore ready to assist if needed. They have jamming capability with their old AWACS planes, whatever they call them now, that can jam cellular communications. So they will be preparing the battle space that way, and hopefully sowing chaos and confusion among Hamas and even Hezbollah in the north. The IDF today shut off the furthest north area. I think it's called Nashdod's. It's an area it's the furthest north city in Israel. They closed that and made it a restricted military zone. That means that there is military activity going on there right now, meaning combat. So that could mean that they are exchanging fire with Hezbollah. They've done it in the last several days and have even killed some Hezbollah fighters. Hezbollah has said that if Israeli forces go into Gaza, that they will reserve the right to attack from the north and open up a second front. So things are getting skippy. Things are getting pretty exciting. And as soon as I get my press credentials, I'll be trying to get into those restricted military zones to bring you on the ground intelligence for what's going on there. So again, if you want to be able to know when I'm going live, you need to subscribe and hit the notification bell on my YouTube channel so that you can find out what's going on. You can also watch Newsmax and the Christian Broadcasting Network. I'll be reporting live for both of those networks while I'm here. So stay tuned. We've got a lot coming. All right. See you later. Let's see if I can open this stupid